We have 84 lakh species, so he must have thought about 84 Bhakti Sutras to get over these 84 lakh species. It is interesting, how did he write? He was thinking that the best devotees are gopis of Vṛṇdāvana, and I want to experience what they are experiencing. So he goes to Purnamasi. Who is Purnamasi? Purnamasi is the mother of Krishna's guru. Who is Krishna's guru? Sandipani Muni in Ujjain, Avantika Nagari. And Sandipani Muni's one son is, he's quite famous in all our discussions, Madhu Mangal, Bhojan Bhatta Latta Gamar. As Krishna would tell him, you are Bhojan Bhatta, which means, Bhatta means somebody who's quite experienced, but in what? Bhojan, eating. And Latta Gamar because he keeps doing all the calculations how to get food only. So Krishna chides him. And Madhumangal has a sister also, Nandimukhi. Purnamasi tells Narad Muni that you won't experience this until you become a gopi yourself. So Narad Muni ducks down in a pond near Kusum Sarovar. And he becomes who? What? Who? Naradiya Gopi. Then Krishna tells him, Abhi kahi nahi jana, you don't have to go anywhere. But I have been cursed. You know who was cursing Narad Muni? Who cursed Narad Muni? Yeah. Daksha. Daksha told him, you only know how to make brahmacharis. Narad Muni went to the 10,000 sons of Daksha called Haryashvas. They were doing tapasya so that they can get the metal and power to enter nicely into a household ashram. Earlier people would do that. So he went to Haryashvas and said, he gave them a puzzle. By the time they solved the puzzle, they decided, no use. They went away. Daksha was mad. Then 1,000 more sons came. These were Shabalashvas. Narad Muni goes to them and does not tell about the puzzle, but he says, Mahajano yena gata sapantha. Your elder brothers went that way. You should follow their path. So, different shlok for different folks. So he went and told them, follow your brothers. The brothers also left. Daksha was mad. He cursed him. You will not stay in a place for, you will stay in a place only for some length of a time. So Narad Muni is asking Krishna, you want me to stay in Vṛṇdāvana, but I cannot stay. Don't worry. In Vṛṇdāvana, rules are opposite. Outside, we are against lying. Here we lie and cry about it. Oh, Krishna lied. Outside, you know, if somebody goes and relieves himself in the nature, it's also called call of the nature, we may sing it's yuck. But there are temples in Vṛṇdāvana where there is a portrait in which Gaurang Mahaprabhu is royally urinating in the plate of Murari Gupta, and we are. The laws are opposite in Vṛṇdāvana. So he said, here, this law will not catch you. So you sit in one place and write concise sutras. Sutras means they are slogans. We can easily remember. They are concise, Vishvato Mukham, they are universally applicable. So he wrote these sutras. One of these sutra, Narad Bhakti Sutra, is Vado Navalambhyaha. Don't take dependence or don't be dependent on argumentation. Otherwise, bhakti will get destroyed. Vado Navalambhya. Avalamban means shelter. Don't take shelter of Vada. That's why saints tell us that you can discuss, you can argue if it is service, but once you find out its spark has come, Udanchu. Evaporate yourself from that place. Why? Because when Rag and Dvesh comes in the heart, Krishna and Radha won't come in the heart. Rakshata, Rakshata, Rakshata. Protect, protect, protect. Koshanam api kosham hridayam. Kosh means khajana or the treasure. Treasure of all treasure. What's the treasure of all treasures? Apple card. Well, it is. Bank balance, it is. It has functional purpose. But most important is the treasure of the heart. One of the sannyasi was going in a place, I think it was Thailand, and he was stopped. He was just walking on the road. He was stopped, and a limousine stopped, and the doors opened, and there was a person sitting inside. He said, "Can you please hop in?" And he was a famous Thai actor, I think. And he said, "I have everything which people may aspire for, but I don't have my heart protected. I don't have my heart protected." You might want to keep this on your lap because I may prompt you anytime. So the heart is not protected. If the heart is protected, then the person will have peace, isn't it? So we may argue or we may use our talents and skills, but unless and until the heart doesn't get clear of rag and dvesh, and we don't feel like chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Until then, we'll feel something is amiss. There is a verse in Bhagavatam which explains that in Hindi, हम सारी घाट का पानी पी के आ चुके हैं. That we have drank, how to translate? Drank water from all the pools. Doesn't get translated well. Or we could also say in a negative sense that 100 चूहे खा के बिल्ली हज को चली. We have done everything. Positive and negative. Even positive. Negative we know. Because sometimes we dream and we get weird dreams. And we wake up in the morning, wo kya tha? What was it? But we have done positive things also. Why? Aho patasva pachote gariyan yat jivagre vartate nama tubhyam. Because the tip of the tongue has what? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now here we are singing with feelings also. We are drinking, lup lup lup. But even if we don't do lup 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 and we have just at the tip of the tongue, Kapila Muni is telling his mother, we have done everything. What? Te pustapaste juhuvus sasnurarya. All the yagya we have done. Now in the past, when we do yagya, don't we know the language? We should know Sanskrit, right? Which means we were Sanskrit Pandits. So you can pat on your back. Sab ghat ka pani pee ke aa chuke hain. We have drank the water from all the pools and the fountains. Tepus tapus te juhuvus sasnurarya. Brahmanachur Nam Grinanti Ete. Those who take the name have done everything. Well, if the service calls for it and we have energy and interest, we can invest further, but not have FOMO. What's that? Fear of missing out. Ye nahi kiya to ye nahi hoga. I didn't do this, so nothing will happen. No. Main thing is that we have taken the shelter of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. The idea is to protect the heart. And one key story from Vṛṇdāvana will set the mood for this discussion. His name was Lala Babu. How many of you have heard about him? Not about any Lala Babu in your neighborhood or some Lala Babu, Raja Babu in Bollywood. But Lala Babu, he was a Bengali. He inherited lot of property and he had it, everything. But he was not satisfied. Matter does not matter unless it's connected to conscious entity. Matter does not matter. We take the phone has importance because we are connected to that. After we got connected to somebody else, that phone loses its value. What's that somebody else? iPhone version next. Isn't it? So where the energy flows, where the attention goes, energy flows. And that energy gives the importance to something, isn't it? So this Lala Babu was very sad. He was saying, "Kab chhutenge? When will I be released?" So one day he was doing gud 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 gud. You know what is that? Hookah. He was doing his good 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 in his palanquin. They would have palanquins. And then he was thinking, what will happen? What will happen? I have so much troubles, things like that. And he was crossing the house of some household, not poverty-ridden household, and the lady there was shouting, "Babu Moshai, Shamay hoi gelo." What does that mean? Time is up. Now maybe she was saying for some other purpose, right? Maybe her husband was good, so she was saying time up. But he thought, who said time up? Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Radhe. Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Radhe. Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe. In Bengali, Radhe is called Rai. Rai. Rai told. He thought it's Radharani speaking. All circuits fused, all bolts loosened, he rushes to Vṛṇdāvana. We may not do this, but certain inspiration that the teachable moments in life may be less. The catchable moments are a lot, which catch us. The sticky moments may be a lot, but teachable moments may be less. Sometimes they come through disease, sometimes they come through some accident, sometimes they come through some impact, sometimes they come through some relationship issue, or sometimes universe just opens and this teaching just enters. So while the catchable and sticky moments are a lot and we can discount them, the teachable moments are less. Give a due consideration. They might not be a whole lot. He gave the due consideration, he reaches to Vṛṇdāvana and he starts thinking about, "Arey, I have so much properties in Bengal, they should be made of good use, isn't it?" So he sells all the properties, gets a lot of money and goes on a mission to do what? He goes on a mission to excavate or repair what? The different temples of Vṛṇdāvana, different kunjas of Vṛṇdāvana, different ghats of Vṛṇdāvana. He does that. Then he gets an inspiration, I should also create a huge, nice temple. So he creates a very beautiful temple, which next time you go, you can take darshan. Not many people come there, but you see the architecture and imagine that this is made by a person who sold off everything and created the temple of Krishna Chandrama. In locally we also call him Krishna Chandamama. Krishna Chandrama. Beautiful tall deity and of Radharani and Lalita. Not many people come, but the designs are intricate. Huge courtyard. It's in the older part of Vṛṇdāvana, Gopinath Bazaar. Earlier it used to be Gopinath Bagh. Bagh means flower area. There the flowers were grown for Radha Gopinath. But after a while it has become Gopinath Bazaar. Now you don't get flowers, you get first class rabdi. The shop's name is Cello. Cello Rabdi. There you also see Govinda Dev. So in this area, this temple is there, and you may go in the morning and find a young girl reciting Bhagavatam with full gusto, and there is no audience except for one or two like us who go and sit there. Sometimes we see somebody reciting in thousands of people. Here was this young girl, and she was talking about Prahlād's teachings, preaching to nobody. Such is the mood. So Lala Babu created this temple. He goes to his guru, he thinks he has given up everything, created all the temples. Now his guru should be pleased. So he asks his guru, please initiate me. The guru says, you're not ready. What? I left everything. What's that which is making me not ready? So he thought, and he found the answer. That in his heart, there is some rag and dvesh remaining. To whom? There is another temple which is sharing the boundary with Lala Babu temple. It is the, anybody from Tamil Nadu here or Chennai here? Tamil Nadu? Ranganath temple. Ranganath temple has 7 doors. There is an equivalent of Ranganath temple in Vṛṇdāvana called the Rangaji temple. It has 3 doors. And very humble setting people stay. You know how planned South Indian temples are. Around these doors you have a rectangular thing where there are small homes where people stay. And we have heard about this lady who shifted from Chennai or South India and was just staying there, serving with tulsi leaves and water to the Ranganath deity. This is such a special temple. You might, if you wear traditional clothes, might go all the way inside, as they say, in the embracing distance of Ranganath and do Archana. Somebody will do the Archana for you. This Ranganath temple was made by one big Seth. He was from South India and going towards Badrinath. Some Badrinath appeared to him and told, hey, why are you going to Badrinath? Go and make the temple in Vṛṇdāvana. So he made the temple in Vṛṇdāvana. But are land scarce? Yes, they are scarce. So there was a fight between Lala Babu and that Lakshmi Chandra Seth. Lala Babu won. And he got a little bit more land. And he made the Lala Babu temple. But can we get rid of the worldly rag and dvesh by just winning?
It will increase more.
It might increase more, and often it increases more. So he figured it out. He still thinks that that fellow was taking my land. I defeated him in the legal argument. I have won, but spiritually, I have lost. So he figured out that this Lakshmi Chandra Seth does Vṛṇdāvana every day. You know Vṛṇdāvana? Distributing foodstuffs and items to the sadhus. See, in Vṛṇdāvana, if somebody goes and he has nothing, Thakurji won't leave him without a chhat and something to eat. That anybody will find. Of course, you are health conscious, you might find less food, but if you are khate peete ghar ke, you will get enough puris and halwas and kashi phal ki sabji, jalebi with rabdi also. So he figured out that this saint is distributing food. So he goes there and there's a whisper, gossip. Lala Babu has come, Lala Babu has come. Because he was the person who was known as an akinchana, nishkinchana. And there was a tiff between them. Why he has come? He comes and says, Bhiksham Dehi. This Lakshmi Chandra Seth, just by that sound and his gesture, his circuit is, his rag and dvesh reduces. So he comes with like iPhones and iPods. No. There are much more valuable things at that time. Gold coins, golden jewelry, to submit to Lala Babu. Of course, he has also good intentions that these will be used in the service of Krishna Chandrama. Lala Babu says, no, I haven't come for this. Just give me a rukhi sukhi, a dried tikkad braj roti. You know braj roti? It's called tikkad. It's thick, at least a kilometer thick. And the atta is bejad ka atta. What is bejad ka atta? It is 5 kgs of wheat, 1.5 kgs of chana, no, jaw. What is jaw? Barley. And half kg of chana, chickpea flour mixed together. extremely healthy for health and extremely healthy to remove, as they say, the love ankles. You know the love ankles? To remove them. People have experimented it. Why? Because jaw is called the Havishyan. It's the anna used in Ahuti. Barley. In fact, Krishna's footprint, lotus feet, they have a jaw mark, the mark of a barley. Why? Devotees meditate on the signs of the footprints of Krishna. Say are not able to control their mind. They focus on the gourd, the gourd which is used by a Mahavat to control the elephant. Why? Because it will control the mind. They meditate on thunderbolt because it will crush our desires. And they meditate on barley. Why? Eat light, be light, and do the sense control. So he said, just give me a bejad ki tikkad ka small corner and I'll be satisfied. It was at that moment when he let out this cry of, this is the topic today, littleness. What? Littleness. His heart was smeared with the soil of humility. And then his guru said, now you are ready for initiation. So, Lala Babu's example tells us that the way to enter Vraja-bhakti, the way he got his realization, first realizations was theoretical, making buildings and things like that, but he was still not able to enter. He was able to enter only when the heart was, all the weeds of rag and dvesh, tika, tippani, commentary were removed, and the soil was of littleness. Littleness that you can even go to your enemy and say, Bhiksham Dehi. He asked it, and then he became qualified. This is because in Vṛṇdāvana, the people are not ordinary, the place is not ordinary, the people are not ordinary. Why the place is not ordinary? Because it is being surrounded by a thin veil or curtain of Mahamaya and Yogamaya. Other places the veil is thick. There the veil is thin. And people like the Gurudev of Lala Babu can open the veil for a while and can you see Krishna dancing? He was able to see it. So place is not ordinary. People also are not ordinary. Why people are not ordinary? Prabhupada Saraswati says, Yatra pravishto sakalopi jantu. As soon as you enter the territory of Vṛṇdāvana, everybody, including insects and ants and people, something happens. Sarvam padarthopi abudhaira drishya. Everything changes into something. Can you guess what? Superman? Bhakti man? What do you think happens? We may not see it, but some transformation happens. We might be arguing with our partner, our spouse, our kids in the flight. No sooner we land into Vṛṇdāvana, you can look at each other. Some transformation has happened. What transformation? Swananda Satchit Ghanatam Paiti. They all become Satchit Anand Ghan. Tadeva Vṛṇdāvanam Ashrayantu. That Vṛṇdāvan we should take shelter. It's that Vṛṇdāvan. The Bhaum Vṛṇdāvan, which is 2.5 hours southeast of Delhi. Saints look at monkeys and say what? Any guesses? Om Hanumate Namaha. The representatives of Hanuman. They look at hogs and say what? Om Shukaraya Namaha. That's the vision. Because Prabhupada would say that these people are just finishing off their last quota. And for them, there's a next wonderful life waiting. The bhav of dasanudas is that soil of humility. Dasanudas, million times removed. Dasanudas of not only the Vaishnavas, which we see in good standing, but everybody. One such example comes from Madhya Pradesh. Lala Babu came from Bengal. Anybody from Madhya Pradesh area? UP area? Okay. Andhra Pradesh area?
So many. Everybody.
Haribol. So I think last time we talked about in Andhra Pradesh also. There was a saint in Guntur and Radharani appeared to him and told, "What are you doing worshipping me in Guntur? Come to Vṛṇdāvana." He shifted to Vṛṇdāvana. And there Parikar wrote beautiful songs about Radharani in Telugu language. Even now near Gopishwar Mahadev there is an ashram called Andhra Ashram. I'm telling the truth. And one of the young girl which came with this devotee, Radhika Prasad Ji Maharaj, who lived for 102 years, she's alive, unmarried. She served her Gurudev. We call her Radhika Amma, Radha Amma. And she can speak Hindi and she can speak beautiful songs in Telugu. Wish I could understand. But I understand only Koncham and Chala Bagundi. So, Madhya Pradesh had this saint, Harivamsa, a Gaudiya. He was a Pandit. And generally, when the Panditai enters, argument, attitude happens. And he wanted to defeat everybody. People said, "Why are you breaking your head, going here and there? Just go to the nose of the country." What's the nose of the country? Kashi. Kashi is considered by the Vṛṇdāvana Nak. So he started defeating people left and right. The Pandits there got sad. अरे हमारी नाक, देश की नाक कट जाएगी, हमारी भी नाक कट जाएगी. How do you translate in English? Our nose will be cut and the country's nose will be cut. That means the pride will be slashed. So he goes there, they go there and pray to, who is the deity of Kashi? Vishwanath. Oh Vishwanath, do something. So Vishwanath disguises as a Brahmana, comes in front of Harivamsa. Now earlier, they won't have like laptops or like Siri. Right now we were coming. Prabhu said, "Siri, call X." And then X.1 was called. And then X.1 also called. So then Prabhu said, "Glad." Sometimes Siri does nice things also. Or if you go to some home and by mistake Alex comes out of your mouth. Alexa rises up. Did you say something? So it was not, the earlier times were very like Luddite way. You know, Luddite people who were averse to technology. There was no technology at that time. So they had bullock carts of all the Granthas. They would go with the bullock carts of Granthas. Hey, take out Padma Puran, this Khanda, this verse. Bring it. They had such memories. So he was carrying with all those Granthas. Lord Shiva reaches out to him and tells, "Why are you doing all in Hindi called Matha Pachi? Why are you breaking your head? What will happen to you with these victories?" Now, simple statement, but from whose mouth it is coming? Srila Prabhupada, if we look at the purports, sometimes we feel, it's normal. No, it's not normal. You go to Bhakti Sandarbha, you go to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, come back and you figure out, Baap re, such an encapsulation in a simple language. Whole Titiksha Prabhupada summarizes in his beautiful slogan, the greatness of a person is to be estimated by his capability to tolerate provoking situations. Is this a mantra? So, it came from Shiva. It penetrated all the rag and dvesh, all the layers, and he felt, what am I doing? It was the teachable moment. Chalo man Vṛṇdāvana ki or ghoom fir ke he landed to Vṛṇdāvana. He developed such a love for Vṛṇdāvana and all the Vṛṇdāvana saints that he would not consider who is in my sampradaya, who is in other sampradaya. In fact, all the saints in Vṛṇdāvana would consider Hariram Vyas hamare pale ke hain. BJP wale bhi, Congress wale bhi, or whatever, Democrats and Republicans. Warring parties would consider, no, he is ours. Just imagine, wish we have that life, isn't it? That everybody considers, ye to hamara hai. So he was like this, he would compose songs about Haridas Swami, who discovered Bhakti Bihari, he would write songs about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He would write songs about Rupa Goswami. He cried when Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami left their bodies. But he was the Raj Guru of Madhukar Shah. Who is Madhukar Shah? He is a Orchha. Orchha is a place in Madhya Pradesh. It is considered to be second Ayodhya. There he was a Raj Guru, so people are coming. Arey, come. You can create Vṛṇdāvana there also, please come. But he was so attached, he was not wanting to go. Finally, they came to his Guru and said, you say, Ramban, right? Ultimately, if you want to do something, go approach the Guru and say something. So the Guru said, well, you can think about it. So he thought maybe I should go. And the day of leaving, he had all his face blackened up. He had, kala muh kar liya, as they say. And he was hugging all the lata pata, all the creepers. They asked him, what are you doing? You're supposed to come to Madhya Pradesh. He said, well, what happens when you go away from your relative, right? Kala muh karna. So kala muh kar liya hai maine. I have painted my face black and I'm hugging my relatives. Who are the relatives? The creepers. Because they are not ordinary. Yatra pravishto sakalopi jantu. So many times people have tried to cut some trees in Vṛṇdāvana, especially in Tatiya Sthan. Blood has come. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was going to Imli Tal and there somebody was cutting the tree. The blood was dripping. Why? Because these are yogis who want a little peaceful environment. But these days, even in Vṛṇdāvana, it's hard to find. We were riding on a rickshaw, and then somebody told, as we were crossing Prem Mandir, he said, Prabhu ji, इस मंदिर का तो नाम Love Temple रख देना चाहिए. सब couples जाते हैं यहाँ पे. This temple should be named Love Temple. Only couples go there. I said, that's why it's the name Prem Mandir. How do you translate? Love Temple? So the demographics are changing now. And the yogis in the form of these trees are finding it hard time. But Vṛṇdāvana is not ordinary. So they didn't take Hariram Vyas, but they were figuring out some way to pull him out. A lunch happened and he was serving. He forgot to eat. This is something we must never do. If we get prasadam, wherever, whenever, however we are, one karn we should take it. Otherwise some demigods will come and snatch it from us. Because prasad, especially Jagannath prasad or Vṛṇdāvana prasad, Mayapur prasad. So he didn't take, and then he figured out, Arey, I didn't take prasad. So he's running, and he finds a woman who was in those times from the untouchable background, that's what they would consider, was carrying on her head a katori of kadi, with a pakodi. You know that some of the kadis have those pakodi also. So they were carrying this kadi with a pakodi. He jumped and took a pakodi and ate it. And the news spread far and wide. Hariram Vyas, such a great Pandit, accepted the food from an untouchable. Let's not call him to Madhya Pradesh anymore. His caste has been defied. So what does Hariram Vyas say? Ek pakodi se sab jag chhutyo. With one pakodi, the entire world is lost. I am so happy. He didn't think twice about serving that prasadam and accepting it from somebody who was considered untouchable. There is no role which is higher in bhakti. And this Srila Prabhupada epitomized, isn't it? Bhagavatam epitomized. Animal can do bhakti? Of course. Look at Gajendra. Gender roles reversal. The demons can do bhakti? No, they did. Who did bhakti? Vritrasura. Any role, Bhagavatam turns it around and tells, Bhujho to jane. Think about it. This Hariram Vyas's approach is exactly the approach of our acharyas. Who are our acharyas? Rupa Goswami, Who is he in the spiritual world? Rupa Manjari, isn't it? And what does Rupa Manjari say? That we want the service of Radharani. Just service. Raghunath Das Goswami is who in the spiritual world? Who is he? Rati Manjari. In this earthly form, he takes every Vaishnavas and does Dandavats. 2000 Dandavats he would do daily. And one of the spiritual masters was telling, if he doesn't find 2000 people, he'll catch one person and do 2000 in front of him. Ho gaya. Because doing Dandavats is actually an epitome of humility. That's why people do Dandavati Parikrama. Have you noticed that? One sense is that after going so many times, naturally you feel like Dham. First of all, it's good for exercise also. It's good for that mood. One spiritual master would say, don't just write PAMO AGTSP. You know PAMO? These accents. It looks like Pamolive. Pamo, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. And no bias. Your servant, Dasosmi, Dasanudasosmi. Once some devotee was writing your menial servant. Such a nice mood. Somebody came to him and said, you don't have to be so menial about it. Once we went to Israel. And in Israel, the word for thank you very much is Todha Rava. So one Israeli comes to me and said that you don't need Rava, huh? Thank you is enough. Very much looks, you're taking too down. But that's not our mood. Our mood is you can't be humble enough, right? We can't say, oh, I'm too humble. Bahut ho gaya. No. As much as we can go. Das anu das. Oh no, new das also can. Okay, you also come in the line. Das anu das anu das. This is exactly what Raghunath Das Goswami writes in his best creation, which now His Holiness Shivaram Maharaj, Swami Maharaj is writing elaborate commentaries. In his book Vilapa Kusumanjali. Anjali means Anjali. Kusumanjali, flower offering. Vilap means lamentation. And what is he lamenting? Padabjayos tava vinavaradasya meva tava padabjayo O Radhe, without the service of your lotus feet, nanyat katapi samaye kilate viyache. I don't ask for anything else. Radharani says, wait, I'll give you friendship. I'll give you friendship. So what does Raghunath Das Goswami as Rati Manjari say? Sakhyayate mama namostu nityam. Sometimes in Hindi we say, right? You know this expression? Now that doesn't really mean pranam. It means bhaad mein jao. Do your thing. You know that, right? So in one household, a newlywed came and then she figured out, there is a, say Harivamsa is a way. So whenever she would figure out that some task is being given and she doesn't want to do, she'll say, Harivamsa, which means you your way. So what he's saying, Sakhyayate mama namostu nityam. To your friendship, pranam, namaskar. What do you want then? Radharani is asking. Dasyasyate mama rasostu satyam. I derive pleasure in your service. Das bhav. Same for us. Dasanu. Dasaha. And this is our chot to impersonalists also. They will say soham, we will say dasoham. They will say sadasoham, we will say dasoham. Checkmate. Ab kya kahoge? Sada doesn't make sense. It will be repetition. But dasoham makes sense because it's not repetition. It's not repetition, right? It is even a higher position. So, for Vṛṇdāvana Vraja-bhakti, this littleness is important. Littleness to remove rag dvesh, to cultivate the soil of our heart of service. Just like Raghunath Das Goswami is saying, our Hariram Vyas also says, similar mode but in Braj Bhasha. Some of us can appreciate. किशोरी तेरे चरणन की रज पाऊं, किशोरी तेरे चरणन की रज पाऊं, किशोरी तेरे चरणन की रज पाऊं, बैठी Yoga Peeth is a place where we meditate on Radha and Krishna. They are sitting in the middle, and then there are Lalita, Vishakha, Tunga, Vidya, Chitra, Champaklata, Sudevi, Vṛṇdāvana. Whom did we miss? Indulekha. Then, in between those petals, there are 8 more petals. Who sits there? Rupa Manjari, Rupa Goswami. Rati Manjari, Raghunath Das Goswami. Rasa Manjari, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. Sanatan Goswami, Lavanga Manjari. Manjulali Manjari, Loknath Goswami. Kasturi Manjari, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Jiva Goswami, Vilas Manjari. Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Gud Manjari. But बैठी रहूं कुंजन के कोने, बैठी रहूं कुंजन के कोने. And do what? Tak, 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 tak. No. श्याम राधिका just down. I'll glorify. This is what our manjaris are doing. And they come to establish that mood of dasya, Radha dasya, and for us it is dasanu, 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 das. So, when people embrace this littleness, does it mean they don't have anything? No. I mean, all of us are sitting, we can say cream of the crop, as they say. We have worked hard and are well placed and things like that. We do have some accomplishments and things like that which Krishna has offered to us. But then the glory is to accept, oh, it's Krishna has given, we are nothing. So many factors have to go right for any accomplishment to come, isn't it? And that's why Narad Muni is emphatically telling Gopakumar in Vrīṇdāvana, Yena sadharana shakta dhamma adhama buddhi sada asadharana shakta. The person has asadharan. Rupa Goswami, Prime Minister, Chief Minister, but adhama buddhi. I am very low. We are lower than the worms in the stool, as Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami would say. Sarvotkarshanvitepi syat Budhair Dainya Mishyate. This is called Dainya. We all are special. Krishna has endowed us with special talents, special potencies. But then, that's everything for Krishna. I just want servants of the servants of the servants, all the way up to Rupa Manjari. And then Lalita, then Radha. This was the Rahini of the old saints in Vṛṇdāvana. Very humble, very meek. One such person came from Jaipur to Vṛṇdāvana along with his parents when he was a teenager. And he was very good in singing, perhaps also singing in the court, Jaipur court at that time. But when he came to Vṛṇdāvana, as they say, I lost my heart in Vṛṇdāvana. He lost his heart in Vṛṇdāvana. Parents told, hey, just some phase going on, he shall be okay. So they left. Told him, 2 दिन के बाद भूत निकल जाएगा. After 2 days, your own, all the infatuation, the romantic period will be off. He did not return. The parents come and threatened him, we'll take you off from the properties. Nothing doing. He stayed in Vṛṇdāvana. He would write Radha on the sand and say, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And one fine day, he would rub that Radha and he found something protruding out from that sand. It seemed like something golden, so he got little, what will I do with gold? Bhagavatam says, what does Bhagavatam says? All the 4 regulative principles are broken where gold is hoarded. So anyway, he thought maybe there is something special. Let me come back in the night. He came back in the night, dug a bit and found this tall deity of Radha. And underneath the deity of Radha, it was this tall, black stone deity of Krishna. And underneath it was written, any guesses? Gopi Jana Vallabha. This Gopi Jana Vallabha he was first worshipping under that tree. His name was Ghanasham. He was worshipping under that tree and afterwards somebody said, Arey, you just come in our courtyard, like not courtyard, corridor, where there were some almiras like this and people were storing all their clothes. They gave him a cutout and the deities were served there. He served them for almost 80 years. Any person would visit, new devotee, era devotee, he would treat them as, you are the Gopi Jana Vallabha's friend, I am just their servant, my life is to serve you, period. Then he would get 3 rotis daily. Again, what rotis? Thick cut. You can try in your home. Don't use pin, rolling pin. Make a little thick atta. In farm, you can do it on the kandas also, the cow dung patties. And it really gets that feeling. We are doing some reflection of that in the Sunday. Vrajotsav. So he would get 3 rotis. And one sadhu would visit every day and he would give away all the 3 rotis. And the sadhu would say, oh, he must be getting many rotis he would eat. Somebody told that sadhu, you are making him go hungry. How selfish of you. He just gets 3 rotis and you steal away all the 3 rotis. And this was unknown to that sadhu. So the sadhu went and asked him. He said, no need, no need. These were his favorite English words. No need of trying to serve me, rather I want to serve you. So he would give away everything and nobody could argue with him. Why? Because they would figure out that his life depends on what? Service. We've seen, sometimes you may not be hungry, but just seeing somebody serving, you bring it on. I know I will suffer next day. You just bring it on. Because the person derives such a pleasure. Then the sadhu came one day and it was night and this Ghansham Baba asked, where would you sleep? He said, I sleep in Yamuna River, near Yamuna River, Chirha. He said, no, 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 you sleep here. And here is this blanket. The sadhu didn't know that was the only blanket. And this Ghanshyam Baba is trembling like a leaf in the night. Vṛṇdāvana can be really cold. And the cold of Vṛṇdāvana gets into the bones. Anybody has experience of December, January? You know, even the snow, there is something about it. It just gets into the bones. There are no central heating. Plus, there is Yamuna and landlocked feature. It creates some weather phenomenon, and it's so saints are happy in Vṛṇdāvana in winter. You know why? Less people would come. But now that's a false hope. चलो अब वो गाना चला है आजकल मैं वृंदावन जाऊंगी. All the car walas, they just play this song. I will go to Vṛṇdāvana, I will go to Vṛṇdāvana. So this saint was getting, he felt I'm warm in the night. He figured out that Ghanshyam has put his blanket. And the saint got up, was trying to put the blanket on Ghanshyam Baba, and he immediately screamed, what? No need, no need. And this saint tells that this was the humility and simplicity which touched the heart, isn't it? Sometimes we can really think that such devotees their already ticket is booked in Vṛṇdāvana. Because Krishna sees the intent. We have our example also, right? That how Guru Puja was happening, there were big leaders and they saw Harivamsa Maharaj with a foot injury. Srila Prabhupada saw it and then Srila Prabhupada called him. That was happening in France, I think. And then he wrote the medicine and gave it that you should treat. With Prabhupada's eyes, everybody is equal. In Krishna's eyes, in fact, everybody is equal, but those are further up who are dasanudasa, opposite mathematics. And Krishna uses such people in a very extraordinary way. Who came to Vṛṇdāvana to pacify the gopis? Krishna's dear friend, Uddhava. But gopis said, forget about everything, take your gyan ka sack, make it buddi, kept it there. And we have a song which we sang in our prema-bhakti Chandrika also. Remember that? It's a Hindi song. ये तो प्रेम की बात है उद्धव, बंदगी तेरे बस की नहीं है. Song done. This is of prem. You can't understand, forget your gyan. But Uddhav understood it. So after Krishna wound up his pastimes, one way, in one form, Uddhav was in Badrika Ashram. Because Krishna told you have to give them enlightenment. In other form, what was he? Any guesses? Asamaho charan renu jushamaham syam. Oh, I want to get the charana renu of everybody who comes to Vṛṇdāvana. So what did he become? Vṛṇdāvane kimapi gulma lataushadhinam. Just make me a creeper or an herb or anything so that come, they will trample upon me. Krishna used him. You know how? Once Kalindi was sad. Who is Kalindi? No, once all the gopis were sad. 16,000 queens were sad. 16,107. One was happy. Who was she? Yamuna. This happened after all the queens. Krishna has wound up his pastimes. So all the 16,107 are telling, come on, that's too much, huh? We are sad, you are happy. 16,107 sad, one happy. Aren't you missing Krishna? Sometimes after, the world is such a crazy place. We hear so many stories. Somebody left the body. The relatives thought, yeah, we should cry, but let's figure out there is a golden tooth. Before the body gets, let's take out the golden tooth. It's very crass, the world is. So, Kalindi said, I'm always thinking about Radharani. I'm serving her in my meditation. You all can also be happy, and somebody can have that mood of humility developed. Let's call him. Who is that person? He's hiding here somewhere. They were all sitting in Kusum Sarovar. And near Kusum Sarovar, there is a place called Uddhava Kyari. In that Uddhava Kyari, there is a beautiful temple of Uddhava now. That's the place Uddhava is residing as Gulmalataushadhinam. But what's the way of inviting Uddhav out of his meditation? What's the way? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Roaring Kirtan, and Uddhav then transformed himself from the Gulmalataushadhinam into Uddhav, and he also started singing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare. He came out and he did not 1 day of home program or 2 day of home program. It was not a home program, it was a Kusum Sarovar program, open air program. For 1 month he did the Bhagavatam. This comes in the Srimad Bhagavata Mahatmya of Skanda Puran. Imagine. Now Skanda is who? Kartikeya. The Skanda Puran is Kartikeya Puran. But Krishna can put things anywhere and everywhere. So he put in Skanda Puran this Mahatmya of Srimad Bhagavatam. And in this Srimad Bhagavatam Mahatmya, this story is spoken that Uddhava narrated Bhagavatam for 1 month. Everybody was present, Vajranav was present, one person was absent. Who? Parikshit. Why? Because Vajranav called Parikshit, come here. You are the ruler of the entire world. Krishna has left the body. Somebody has entered. Who has entered? Kali Yuga. He might be doing some naughty things. Go and curb him. In fact, that's how Bhagavatam begins. That Parikshit Maharaj is finding a person dressed in a black robes and hitting who? Bull. Parikshit Maharaj before going was telling, Are Baba, I also want to participate in this home program. I also want to participate in this katha. So Uddhava was used, and because Parikshit was having Das Anudas Bhav, Vajranav told him, later on you will get one-on-one Bhagavatam class. What was it? Shukdev Maharaj coming and speaking to him. He was the main Shrota, rest were bonus. Out to welcome, nahi out to bhid come. Main is Shukdev Goswami. Main is Shukdev Goswami speaking to Parikshit. Because Uddhava was Dasanu Das, he got Vraja-bhakti and he could spread Vraja-bhakti to queens of Krishna. They then went back on birth to Godhead. And because Parikshit Maharaj was ready, through him, Srimad Bhagavatam was revealed, which is quintessential Vraj-bhakti literature. All our acharyas, they write so many things, right? Bhakti Rasami Sindhu, Ujjwal Leelamani, Chamatkar Chandrika. But where is the Moola? Srimad Bhagavatam. And it is through Parikshit Maharaj who was revealed, who got the benefit? Us, isn't it? Srimad Bhagavatam. Uddhav, Parikshit, and later in the line comes Srila Prabhupada. Nobody could have imagined in the whole Gaudiya Math, very few people could even have the understanding that it would be Srila Prabhupada taking the message to the foreign lands. But it was him. It was his, as Ravindra Sarup Prabhu puts it, the greatness of his littleness. Littleness is humility, and it was his greatness. Srila Prabhupada followed his Guru Maharaj's order to the T. He would have 2 fati dhotis in Vṛṇdāvana, and he would go around asking for a monthly donation of 5 rupees. And Bhakti Daita Madhav Maharaj came and asked him, What are you doing? He said, I'm asking 5 rupee donation. 5 rupee donation? Sun is hot. He's standing there. Prabhupada Bhakti Mata Daita Maharaj goes and come back, sees him still standing. Prabhupada said the person has not come. Bhakti Mata Daita Maharaj says, I'll give you the donation. And Prabhupada is astute. He says, can you make it 10? Prabhupada is smart. But yet he won't spend money on his dhoti. That was Srila Prabhupada, the greatness of the littleness. But you will say, but Prabhupada was the world Acharya. He would chastise people when they would not write founder Acharya on the book, right? Why didn't you put founder Acharya? But all he was doing for what? So that Krishna is in the center and his legacy of Sampradaya is made. He had to do it. Yet when people would ask, are you the guru of the entire world? What he would say? I am the servant of all. That's all. So as a leader, he delegated the duty of even guruship, GBC-ship, whatever to others. He didn't hold everything. Isn't it? That's the greatness of the littleness of a leader. Then, as a god brother, he didn't have many god brothers to interact with. So what he did? He would spend time with his disciples. What do you think? He would ask his disciples. That's humility. Then, as a teacher, he was concerned. The examples we talked about, that how a disciple is having a foot injury in the midst of the roaring Guru Kirtan, and he stops the Guru Kirtan and tells, you treat that injury first. That's concern. Today we were just discussing somewhere, Bangladesh is going through tough times, and we just got a message that His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj was telling his health team that his blood pressure is rising because he's super concerned about Bangladesh. That's concern, right? For us, the news goes, flashes, and it goes there, it rotates here, and then comes out. But they are like having their nerve endings everywhere and feel the pain. And as a practitioner, Prabhupada showed his humility in the way of his integrity. We can also show that, being strict with ourselves and lenient with others, isn't it? It is this humility which is cultivable. It's not completely a gift. There is a divine humility which descends, but there is a cultivable humility also. Through speech, through actions, through gestures, through our ways in which we operate. And when we kind of imbibe that, then the gates of Vraja-bhakti open. Prabhupada would say, I am just meditating Krishna eating laddus. I just want to go there and eat laddus with Krishna, that's all. So our hope is also there that one day the movie can start here also. Nowadays so many movies are going outside, but our hope is also that one day we can imagine, or we are bestowed with this vision, or at least when we read Bhagavatam we appreciate how Krishna is sweetly interacting with all the devotees when he is underneath Govardhan Parvat. He is lifting the Govardhan Parvat, and the poet says, oh, he is not lifting the Govardhan Parvat, rather something else is happening. What's happening? With this last bhajan, we land. Kāna kuvar ke kar pallab par, mano govardhan nitya kare. Kāna kuvar ke kar pallab par, mano govardhan nitya kare. Keep playing. Kāna kuvar, kuvar is prince. So Kāna prince, Kar Pallav with lotus hand, what is happening? Govardhan is like doing a dance. Krishna lifts his hand like this, and then just to show his tashan is a Hindi word, right? Just to show his, now a new word is dabhang, right? He does like this and holds it like this. See, I am not holding on the hand, I am holding on my pinky. But it's not, he's not holding. What's happening? Mano govardhan nitya kare. Mano govardhan nitya kare. Jo jo taan uthat murali ki. Jo jo taan uthat murali ki. Jo jo taan. Taan means a sound, song or a particular way, tune. Now he is not playing. The Murli is here. He is holding it here. But Murli is thinking, why should I keep quiet? I should also play. So the sound comes. And now Krishna doesn't want to create mystical thing. Already this is enough mystical. But the people don't realize it is mystical. Madhumangal does not realize at all. Which you will see in the play on Sunday. Madhumangal's, how does he chant the mantras? Om Namo Kapad Sapad Namo Namaha. Only Madhumangal knows it. And he thinks that, or as you will see in the play, the gopis come and he has a unique way of blessing. He says, तुम्हारे 10 बच्चे हो, you will get 10 kids. Then तुम्हारा खसम बाबा है जाए. Now khasam, word in Brajbhasha means an interesting thing. It means husband. So khasam Babaji hai jai means your husband should become sannyasi. This is how he is giving blessings to all the gopis. Or if he is free, he would say Om Rasamalai Namaha. Yet he still thinks that it is because of his mantras you are lifting the Govardhan. Or that you did not kill Putra with your sucking of the milk. Who has heard that somebody sucked the milk and killed Putna? I took a strong hockey stick and gave like 10 here, 10 there, 10 here, 10 there, and then she died. Then it was because of me I chopped the body of Putna into small parts and we burnt it up. I hit Putna, that's why she was fragrant, not you. So Krishna also doesn't want to create mystic things. So what happens when the tune arises? What does he do? Jo jo taan uthat murali ki. Jo jo taan uthat murali ki. Tyo tyo lalan adhar hai. Tyo tyo lalan adhar hai. Lalan, dear Kana, he lifts it up and puts it like this. So that his secret is not revealed, that he is not playing. But all the entities are conscious, they help Krishna. Madhumangal will get a thumbs up, right? So he puts it on his Adhar. What else is happening? The entire planetary system is supporting this act. How? Megha Mridangi Mridang Bajavat. Megha Mridangi Mridang Bajavat. Amini Dhamaki Manoli Kujare. Amini Dhamaki Manoli Kujare. Mano Govardhan Nitya Kare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama. मानव वर्धन नित्य करे आना कुंवर के कर पल्लव पर मानव वर्धन नित्य करे श्रील प्रभुपाद की वृंदावन धाम की और विमान Thank you very much. Hari.
Hare Krishna.
We can take questions, reflections, comments, suggestions, and songs. Anything which stuck with you, anything you want to share?
Song after the flute we just sang, I didn't understand.
He says, Megha mridangi, the clouds are like mridang. Mridang bajavat, they are like acting like mridang. And damini, damini means thunder, lightning. Damini, damaki, damaki means it's like shining. Damaki, mano deep jare, like 1,000 lamps are lighting. So it's like the tune, the flute is giving tunes, they are creating lamps, everybody is participating. Isn't this wonderful? And last line I didn't say. Ati adbhut avasari giridhar ko. What a great opportunity we had received with the Giridhar. Nandadas ke dukh hare. Nandadas is saying, काम हो गया हो बाबू मोशाय as we began with सब शेष हो ही गया लो. Thank you. More thoughts, comments, reflections? Yes.
Say a few lines of the song that you started, Bandagi.
Oh. Maybe we'll sing another song which will be nice to you. A few lines. Gopis are saying, Hari darshan ki pyasi. And they are singing, Kahu ke man ko na janat. Kisi ka man koi nahi jaan sakta. Nobody can understand somebody's mind. You are coming here to tell us, okay, do some tantra, mudra, gyan. We do like that, right? All the mudras. ढाई आखर प्रेम का पढ़े सो पंडित होए पोथी पढ़ पढ़ जग मुआ पंडित भयानक हो. We can read so much if it helps, great. But if it doesn't enter the heart as love towards Krishna, it's all useless, isn't it? So gopis are telling, ye to prem ki baat hai. Now this is about prem. Bandagi, worship with the tantra, mantra, puja, like we do that, right? Sometimes make a meme. We do it, but we know the crux also. The main thing is to keep the main thing, which is Krishna prem. Does that help you, Prabhu? Thank you. More thoughts? Questions? Any other? Okay.
So, Prabhu, one question. So,
Yeah.
you said that, many actions, people doing the Danvat Parikrama, right? That brings the humbleness. But many times, do you think that also brings the pride? Oh, you see, I was able to do it. I am so great.
This is so true. As we were discussing the other day, pride is like the black ant on a black rock in a black night. Pride is like the black ant on a black rock in a black night. Is it there? Of course. Can it be seen? No. So a pauper can be proud of his penny. He can be proud about anything. So sadhu savdhan. The activities of bhakti can produce and surcharge us with bhakti, but if we start marketing it, that's the reason littleness is like a double whammy, right? Or we should be little by those activity of littleness, but we should be also careful that we keep that littleness little also. Otherwise, we can broadcast feeling humble. Somebody said, the moment you say that you are humble, you are. It's that slippery slope. Does that help you?
Yes.
So we can make a mess of anything actually. Hence, along with that, they say, right, don't cast your pearls before the swine is, they say, right? Because the importance won't be there. So we have gotten these pearls, we keep them protected. Does it help you? More questions, reflections? Yes, Prabhu.
Are there parallels for Vṛṇdāvana as a place and Mayapur as a place?
Oh yeah, we discussed that in our prema-bhakti Chandrika here, that how Shweta Dweep and Golok Vṛṇdāvana are like two rooms in one home. You keep dancing here. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Yadavaya Madhavaya Krishnaya. And on the other side, you reach and you start singing Jai Radhe Jai Radhe Radhe Jai Radhe Jai Shri Radhe. Then you go to this side and Krishna 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 Krishna. Deeper we enter into Gaur Leela, we come out into Braj Leela. Deeper we enter into Braj Leela, come out into Gaur Leela. These two dhams come down on the earth geographically removed in one sense, in Bhauma Vṛṇdāvana and Bhauma Navadvip Dham. But those who have eyes can see Vṛṇdāvana in Navadvip, and those who have eyes can find Gaura in Vṛṇdāvana, which is what we did series in Silicon Valley. Finding Gauranga Mahaprabhu in Vṛṇdāvana. We can find him. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Does it help you? Thank you. Thank you for coming. Any more thoughts, comments, reflections?
Can you explain, elaborate more on the first bhajan you sang? Jai Radha Madhav.
Jai Radha Madhav Kunja Vihari.
Yes.
This is attributed to Bhakti Vinod Thakur, although Bhakti Vinod Thakur does not write his signature here. Jai Radha Madhav. Madhav means Mata Dhava. Now the spouses can also start calling their husband Dhava. Dhava, Idhara. Dhav means husband. Ma means Lakshmi. Lakshmi is husband. But that does not mean for Krishna, right? Madhav is a name for Vasant Ritu. And Krishna is khil khilate hue like Vasant. So Radha Madhav is the Vasant Krishna along with Radha. Kunja Vihari. There is Goshtha. Just imagine this whole back yard is like Goshtha, where there is Vatsalya, where there is Sakhya, where there is Shantaras, Dasyaras. But this home can be considered as Kunja, where there is predominant occupation or predominance of Madhurya Bhava. Kunja Vihari. So he roams in the Kunjas.
Kunj means Bagicha too?
It's like Bagicha. It's you would have seen people, of course, in US do what they call it. They groom the trees and things like that. Landscaping. They do landscaping and create these Vivaha mandaps. Kunchas are like that, but very natural. And all the birds are there, and there are pavilions inside, and all samagri is there. And Vrinda Devi has her wardrobes here and there for all the items to help. Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha. Gopi Jana. He is the Vallabha. Vallabha means very dear. Very, very dear. Not dear, dear. Of Gopi Jana. Girivardhari. And hence for all of them, he raised Girivar. But he has one name which he really likes. The name connected to monks. Shachi Nandan is favorite name of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Likewise, what's the name of Krishna, which is even famous than Nandanandan? Yashoda Nandana Braj Jana. So Radha Madhav Kunj Bihari is the Madhurya. Then Gopi Jana Vallabh Giri Varadhari Yashoda Nandan is Vatsalya. Braj Jana Ranjana. Braj Jana means Sudam, Madhumangal, everybody. So Sakya is Dasya. Then what else he does? Jamuna Tira Vanchari. Yamuna Tira, he roams. And the Tira, Tira is the banks of Jamuna. He loves Jamuna. Alone, Biharat Lal Biharin Do Jamuna Tat Ke Tire Tire. This is another Braj song, very similar. Biharat Lal Biharin Do. Do कौन? Radha Krishna. Yamuna Tat Ke Tire Tire. Vanachari. Then if he gets bored in the Yamuna, he comes in the forest. That's our song. It's a Vṛṇdāvana song, isn't it? That's why Prabhupada would sing, and oftentimes, there was one time in Gorakhpur, he sang, and the kartals fell from his hand, and there was syringe-like tears from his heart. He was most listening. Thank you. Does it help you? Any other thoughts, questions, reflections, comments? Shall we end? Mano Govardhana Netirkare Mano Govardhana Mano Govardhana Netirkare. Thank you very much. Thank you, Amit. Not Amit Agya. Adidev Prabhu and Sita Priti. Sita Priti Mataji. I was seeing the sun also, right?
Yeah, he's serving there in the back.
Wow. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
So, if you'd like to hear more of Prabhu, please come for the Sunday Utsav. So there are a lot of preparation has been done. Prabhu is an architect of that. Like the idea occurred to him. So we are planning so many things. But if you all cooperate and you all come, and you can think, like, if you have any creative idea, how you can be a Gopa or a Gopi and what you can do to serve others. And we are not going to tell it to everybody. You can talk to me and we can figure it out. So we can have those surprise elements throughout the festival day.
We are making 4D. It's 4D.
Yes, 4D. We don't want to talk too much about that. So there will be surprises throughout that. So at least we are planning that way. So we'll need the participation of all. So if you haven't registered, please do register, because that will give us an estimate how many folks are coming, because there are prasad which is also being prepared, which is based on the Vṛṇdāvana mood again, where like you find the famous thing of a temple or a place. So that's how the things are being done. So please do come and be the participant, right? And try to come on time. So we'll be starting the day at 10 a.m. So if you live in Samamish, try to be ready, leave by 9:30 so that we can start on time. Because if you stretch it too much, Indian Standard Time, then there will be less fun. Okay, and Prabhu has written this book, Horizons. Last year, he's writing the other book, which is not published yet. So if you haven't got a book, this is the book of all the short stories, which talks about the high philosophical things about the birth and death using the simple story. Very good for anybody who is a seeker, who is a beginner. You want to give to somebody, or you like reading the short stories. So you can get it from Nitin Prabhu. It's only based on the cost, only $10. So it's all donation. So you can get it from Nitin Prabhu ji. And we would like to thank our host, Adidev Prabhu. And Adidev Prabhu, I haven't got your permission. I know you're not here. You are here. Okay, I can see you now. So when this program was proposed, Adidev Prabhu was so worried that it's going to be 88-degree Prabhuji. I don't have the AC. I don't want to trouble the devotee. Should I do the program? Should I not do the program? It's such a simple thing, simple heart, but see the concern. I'm sorry, Prabhu, I didn't take your permission, but let me talk about it. So this is the mood we all need to have, right? There's a Vrindavan mood. Like, and then he got like he okay, where are all the fans? He went and he got those big fans, you see? And then he called me, Prabhu, do you have extra fans? Bring that also. Like, he has so much money. Like initially I was thinking not to do, like cancel it. He wanted to have it, but he was willing to cancel it because it will be so inconvenient to the folks, right? But then he thought, okay, let me do it. But how can I make it so convenient for them, right? So Prabhu and Mataji, we should all be very, very thankful, and we all should learn from them. So thank you. Yeah,
Coolness of pankha and coolness of the heart.
It's very cold, much colder than Damodar Prasad Prabhu's house, I think. Hare Krishna. So thank you very much, everyone, and we will see you on Sunday. Hari Bol.
Tomorrow there's program, right?
Yeah, in the okay. There is a youth program, so please do bring your youth, and you can bring the youth within yourself because that will
be only songs,
melodious songs, which will bring the mood. And again, other thing for Vrajotsav, right? This is the deeper thing which Prabhu is talking about. So we all focus on the sadhana. Sadhana is the thing. But then, what is the goal? Prabhu was talking sadhya, right? And that's only come through the leela, getting into the mood, right? हमें रंगना है, right? We have to get in that. So Prabhu is trying to do that through permeating these songs in all his lectures. So tomorrow also for the youth, 5:30 to 7, and then after that is in the Botha, 7:30 to later, and then of course Saturday Prabhu will be just directing, making sure all the play is happening properly and all those things, and then Sunday is the Vrajotsav. So it's a packed schedule. Okay, Hari Bol. And we need help setting it up. We are planning to set it up tomorrow and day after. If you have time, please do let me know.
Okay. Wow. That's become